Hi, and welcome to this live reading from Lethal Tracks by Merissa Racine. And this is presented by Itsy Bitsy Book Bits. Chapter 1. I am so over this, Maverick. I want sunshine. I need sunshine. And I need dry roads for the drive to Cheyenne for work tomorrow. Lauren's large mixed breed dog's response to anything she said was a quick swish of his tail. If a dog could not trot happily, Maverick did just that on his way to the back door, where he nudged the knob with his black nose. He glanced back at her. Yes, yes, I know. Lauren pushed off the kitchen counter and had barely gotten the door open when Maverick squeezed his large frame through and dove off the back deck into the whiteness. She watched him momentarily disappear. At least he's enjoying this. Lauren flipped the cream-colored switch on her arthritic coffee pot. While it sputtered and hissed, she went to the kitchen window and peered out. New higher drifts from Thursday's powerful storm added to the mounting piles of snow already there. Since mid-January, one winter storm after another had pummeled Crawford, Wyoming, creating a bleak month of gray. The snow easily reached 3 feet in spots in her backyard. The weatherman on the radio sounded almost gleeful that more snow was on the horizon. Maverick's distressed barks caused Lauren to stick her head out the door and glance around. He stood at the side fence, the one separating her yard from her neighbor's, Twila Nash. Ms. Nash's granddaughter, wearing a thin white hoodie, plaid pajama pants, and a pink knit cap, closed the side gate that led to her grandmother's backyard. She made her way toward the deck and Twila's back door. Quiet, Maverick, it's just Ruby. The teen reached the deck, turned in Lauren's direction. She lifted her shoulders in an I've been caught gesture, offered a shy smile, then raised her hand and wriggled her slender fingers in a small wave before disappearing inside her grandmother's house. Lauren and Maverick retreated into the warmth of the kitchen. Lauren poured herself a cup of coffee, and Maverick ran into the living room. Before she could take her first sip, Maverick's deep bark interrupted her. Oh, it was too early on a Sunday for Maverick to chase shadows. Hey, you, what are you barking at now? Lauren called out as she went to investigate. Maverick stood by the window that faced the front yard, hackles raised. His low and repetitive growls were aimed at the rumble of a diesel engine coming to life. Lauren tried to get a glimpse of the vehicle, but couldn't with the cloud of thick charcoal exhaust billowing in the still air. It has to be a pickup with that much exhaust, right? She spoke to Maverick, but he was already trotting into the kitchen. Lauren followed. She caught the time on the microwave, 7:10. Maverick sniffed his empty dog dish. Lauren scooped out 2 cups of dry food from the large bag and filled his bowl with the kibble. While she closed the bag, she asked, why was Ruby going in through the back like that, like she didn't want old lady Nash to know she was just coming in? I did that once or twice in high school. She lifted her chin at Maverick. Must be a boy. Maverick crunched his breakfast, oblivious to her comments. Lauren had stumbled upon a good four-legged companion. Any would-be intruder would think twice before breaking into her house after hearing his deep bark. Plus, he listened to her endless ramblings, thankfully never disagreeing with what she said. She popped open kitchen cupboards and typed a grocery list into her phone. She wanted to stock up on essentials in case Crawford ended up with the forecasted 10 inches of new snow. She typed in double stuffed Oreos, an essential to get through the never-ending cold days of winter. After a breakfast of toast topped with chunky peanut butter and a sliced banana, Lauren poured herself a second cup of coffee, taking it upstairs to her home office. She had been working on an expedited transcript from the remote deposition she had taken Friday afternoon. A court reporter's job is certainly not Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. She had only a few more pages to edit, then she would proofread the transcript before emailing it to the attorneys. Charging extra for the first fast turnaround made up for a weekend married to her computer. Maverick, who had been sprawled on the carpet next to her desk, jumped up and barked before disappearing downstairs. Lauren's hand went to her throat. Geez, Maverick. She checked the time on her computer screen. 8:40. Lauren went downstairs, cell phone in one hand, empty coffee cup in the other. Maverick pawed the back door. Just a minute, just a minute. She opened the door. Piercing winter air rushed in as Maverick rushed out. He ran to the same side of the yard as earlier, his bark anxious and nonstop. Lauren listened for any sounds coming from Twila's yard that would explain Maverick's behavior, but heard nothing. She didn't see anything unusual. Maverick, come here. He didn't. Come here now. He ignored her commands. Any moment, Lauren expected her phone to ring, or worse, Twila and Ash to appear on her back deck, yelling for that damn dog to shut the hell up. For an old woman, she had a bark as loud as Maverick's. Lauren shoved her feet into her unfashionable yet warm snow boots. She snatched her black parka off a hook by the back door and, not bothering to snap it up, dashed outside, pulling the door shut behind her. Maverick continued his chorus. Lauren shivered and pulled her coat tightly around her. Quiet, Lauren hissed as she trudged through the snow until she got closer to the dog, now on his hind legs, lunging at the fence. Lauren's gaze turned in the direction of her neighbor Twila's place. She saw nothing other than bare branches and pyramid-shaped snowdrifts piled behind the apple trees growing in Twila's backyard. Lauren reached and swiped at Maverick's collar, ready to physically drag him into the house. Instead, she grabbed air and fell to her knees. The cold immediately seeped through her sweats. She cussed as she stood. Maverick turned his head to look at her as if saying, "Keep up." A slight hesitation on his part gave her enough time to grab his collar. "There's nothing over there. Let's go." Before turning to go back inside, Lauren glanced one more time into Twila's yard. Something pink caught her eye. It hung from a low branch of her neighbor's bare crab apple tree.